Hi, welcome back to Sutoku Tech. I've made a lot of videos about Azure AD Connect, but I realize I've never configured Federation Services or ADFS using Azure AD Connect. Here I am running Azure AD Connect services and I tick the tick box for Federation with ADFS, but then I realize, oh no, I need an SSL certificate. So I was thinking of building a PKI server and issuing a certificate from there, but I figured it's got to be easier. I don't want to spend a whole hour making a PKI server just for one certificate. So we're going to generate a new self-signed certificate in PowerShell. And I'm going to show you how to import it into your environment so that it will be usable. I'm going to open MMC and add the certificate snap-in for the local machine so we can work with the certificate once it's generated. I'm on the ADFS server, and that's ultimately where we want this certificate. But we'll want this certificate in the trusted root authorities for all of the machines in our lab domain. We'll show you how to do that later. So I'm running PowerShell as administrator. And here's our command. New self-signed certificate with the certificate store is going to be the local machine's personal folder. The DnsName is federation.aaco.local, and we're going to use that for the FriendlyName. And we're going to make this certificate valid for 10 years. You hit enter and off it goes. It's done. So let's go back to our MMC now, and we want to find that certificate. Refresh the personal store. And you see here, federation.aaco.local is in the personal store on the ADFS server. But it's not trusted. So how are we going to fix that? We're going to copy it, and then we paste it in trusted root certificate authorities. Right here, expand that out, paste it on the certificates tab under that, and let's go check it and see it in there. There it is. It's in the trusted root certificate authorities store. Now let's check the validity of our certificate, and you can see it's good. The certificate is okay. Now, how do we get the other machines in this domain to also trust this self-signed certificate? It's really basically of no value if it's not trusted. So we're going to export this, including the private key. You use a password to protect the file. Okay, so I'm going to browse to the desktop, and I'm going to call this file Federation so that it's easy to know what certificate it represents. This will be federation.aaco.local certificate for our ADFS service. There we go, it's exported. Now I'm going to get that PFX file and I'm going to copy it to my domain controller, Tucson DC1. Let's put it on the desktop here. And I'm going to edit the default domain policy for aaco.local here. And this is under Windows Settings, Security Settings, Public Key Policies, Trusted Root Certificate Authorities. I'm going to import. Next. Let's browse to that file. I got to pick the PFX file suffix. There we go. We find Federation. Next. Put in the password we just applied. And it's going to land in the Trusted Root Certificate Authorities container. Okay, the import was successful. And you see this federation.aaco.local is in the Trusted Root Certificate store in the GPO. So now let's run GP update on Tucson DC1, and we'll open up the MMC with the certificates plugin and verify that that certificate makes it into the Trusted Root Certificate Authorities. GP update's running. GP update's done. Okay, so we open up the MMC and add the certificate snap-on focused on the local machine. And you go and look in the Trusted Root Certificate Authorities store. And we see our federation.aaco.local certificates in there. So all the machines in our domain are going to trust this certificate now, at least as a trusted root authority. You may have to install the certificate in the local machine store, but we can go on to configure federation with Azure AD Connect now. Okay, so I hope this video helped you with generating a new self-signed certificate for your lab environment. And before you go on to watch one of these videos, make sure to like and leave a comment below, subscribe, and thank you very much.